everybody, I decided that I wanted better quality for my main channel. If you're missing the game videos, have a look at my second channel. That's it for the public service announcement. Let's get started. I've been a Smash Bros player ever since roughly 2007 with the release of Melee. Now there's something going on with Smash Bros that makes it so much more interesting than, for example, Mario Bros or Donkey Kong. Some other franchises are popular, but Smash Bros is a hype train. Now if you want to analyze the intro of Smash Bros, we do need to know what makes Smash Bros so unique from the other Nintendo games, because those qualities need to shine through in the Smash Bros intro. Now I could explain to you what makes an intro a good intro, but I think it's easier to start off with an easy example. First we're going to take a look at Need for Speed Carbon, and then we're going to have a look at Mario Kart Double Dash. Two pretty similar games in one way, but in another way completely different. Need for Speed is a bit more aggressive and competitive, while Mario Kart is also competitive, but more of a party game. The intro of Need for Speed does convey a lot of aggression. In the Mario Kart music, we sense a lot more happiness, which is revolving around the party idea. Comparing those two intros, we can already get a bit of a feel for what makes an intro good for a game. Okay, fine, so how does that translate to Smash Bros as a game? Well, Smash Bros is a fighting game, but it's by Nintendo, which means that it's a pretty child-friendly game. So, you know, we have the elements of battle, fighting, aggression, but we also have the sense of friendship playing together. So those are the qualities we're gonna look for in an intro song for Smash Bros. Now, strengthening this idea of coming together and fighting together is the idea that all of the Nintendo characters are in the Smash Bros games, with a few exceptions. The question now is, how do we convey that to an intro song? Or, in a more general sense, what makes an intro song good? Now it would be a pretty short and I think not a complete answer to say that a good intro song is just a good song in general. The most important quality of an intro song is that the song suits the game. Now there's techniques for it, as we saw with the Mario Kart intro. You can play with tempo, you can play with music, you can play with the melodies. And with these tools you can build out to something more interesting, like suspense, build up, energy. To further expand on the point that a song doesn't necessarily have to be a good song on its own, as long as it suits the game, I want to show you guys the intro of Luigi's Mansion. If we take Zelda or Pokemon, we're looking at games with adventure, exploring and battle. But if we look at Luigi's Mansion, that's a game about hiding, creeping around the corner and staying small. So a just general good song, a very beautiful song, wouldn't really suit Luigi's Mansion. It has to be a bit dark. There's no complicated melodies in this song. It's very simple but very effective. It doesn't have to be a perfect song, it just has to suit the game. So with this as the most important element in mind, let's look at the 5 Smash Bros games and see how they executed the intros there. We're going to have a look at Smash 64, Melee, Brawl, Smash 4 and Smash Ultimate. The reason that I wanted to make this video is because I love the Melee song too much. I wanted to tell you guys why it's so good. I did some research on how popular all of the 5 Smash Bros songs are, both because I wanted to know why people appreciate the other songs other than Melee, and also because I just wanted to know how popular the songs are and why. The interesting thing about the 5 Smash Bros intros is that they are pretty different, causing a lot of different opinions, and you can clearly see this back in the statistics, which is pretty fascinating. First thing I tried to find out how popular these games are is trying to Google for polls. Now most people seem to be in favor of Brawl, with Melee being pretty consistent second place. I found a lot of comments from people that said, yeah, I voted for Brawl, but Melee was my close second. The second thing I did was go to YouTube, search for the intro songs, and check the likes, dislikes, and the views. Now something interesting about this is that you can look at the intro song only, but you can also look at the intro song with the video. Now it may not come as a surprise that Smash Ultimate with its huge popularity got 9 million views, but Smash Bros Brawl completely crushed all of the other games except for Ultimate with 10 million views on just the audio file. Now the YouTube statistics were pretty consistent with what I found in the polls already, which is that Melee has the most popular video, Brawl has the most popular audio, Smash Ultimate is just generally a very hyped up game. Smash 64 is super small, with a lot of people just having a lot of nostalgic value, which means that the like-dislike ratio for Smash 64 is pretty good, but the views are pretty bad. Barely anyone selected Smash 4 as their favorite song. What I mostly found is that Brawl and Melee have the most popular intros, pretty closely followed by Smash Ultimate. Second thing I found was that consistently Smash 4 and Smash 64 had the least popular intros, which makes sense for Smash 64 because it was the first one, it wasn't that special and it didn't really have anything to stand out with. But Smash 4 is almost the most recent game. So that leads me to the question, what the heck happened to Smash 4? So it starts out really promising, you get that tension, that feeling of something's going to happen. It feels like the melodies get a bit dragged along, they sound a bit the same. And then this is a part where you would expect a change. And it's exactly the same thing over and over again. So it's not a really compelling, interesting, snappy intro. This part is good. And then it just goes right back into what we already had. Honestly, it's finally started to look like something good. So first of all, the rock part was actually good, but it just drags along so long until you finally get to the rock part that it feels more of a relief that there's finally something else than a feature. What I think this song really misses is a climax. There's this... It just doesn't happen. I don't think Smash 4 has a bad intro. What I do think is that it doesn't suit the Smash series as good as the other songs. I do think that if you place this theme over a Pokemon game, it suits way better. Now from this song, I want to go right into the Smash 64 song. Let's have a look what Smash 4 was missing and what Smash 64 brings to the table. I've talked about aggressive songs and this one sounds pretty calm, but I think that the contrast with later works really well. So it goes from calm to suspense, like that. And from here on it gets very snappy and quick. You really want to see what's going on. So we get this part and then the song's gonna change. So we have a bit of suspense, a bit of build up. Now we have a completely different part of the song. This is the part that says adventure, but then it changes up to a battle. This is fantastic. It changes up to a battle theme. Now here we go, this is power. This is an ending. This is what a proper introduction looks like. You start off calm, and then you introduce the characters, and then you tell your audience this is a fighting game, so we're really gonna pump the music up, and then finally it releases in this climax of let's get started guys, let's get fighting. With what they had, I think they did a fantastic job with this song. For Smash Ultimate, there's a lot of information you can put behind the intro song and intro visuals, making it pretty interesting. This is also the first introduction we're gonna look at that actually has some sort of background information to it. As I said before, the slogan of this game is everybody's here, well except for Waluigi, and they really convey that pretty well in the title song. It's more of a battle is beautiful. We just want to bring you guys together. In my opinion, it makes the song less powerful. Yeah, I'm gonna use the word epic. No, I'm not gonna use the word epic. Cut that from the video. It sounds like a song that could be on the radio, which helps. I personally don't think it's a very interesting song for the game, but I do think it's a very good song, and that is really all I have to say about it. So for our final two songs, Brawl and Melee, I just want to say I think they're both very, very good. They pretty much build on what I already said about the Smash 64 song. A lot of variety, a lot of suspense, and a lot of build-up. And I think Brawl completely nailed it, and Melee absolutely smashed it out of the park. It starts off really strong. That's a beautiful start right there already. This part keeps going for quite a while. So right now we're roughly 30 seconds in and we're gonna go to a calm part, as you can hear. This is the first part that's really feels like it's taking you somewhere because the vocals are rising a little bit. This part is the part that makes Brawl. Is the breakdown. They build up to something and then from there, from the bottom up, it starts building all the way to a cinematic release. It's so calming. Now we get some more energy. This is absolutely beautiful. I want to tell you guys why I think this is so well done. So Brawl is about good versus evil, and I think this part in the intro captures that the best. If you translate the lyrics, which are in Latin in this song, so you actually have to translate them, the last 6 sentences of the song are, now that person stands at my side, Now my friends are with me. Some of them were once heroes, some my mortal enemies. And as we face each other in battle, locked in combat, we shine even brighter. This good versus bad battle basically brings forward such a beautiful emotion, and I captured that in the intro song. So this is where the song starts rising, and then eventually they build up to this point. This shot here is fantastic. These are two characters that only have each other against the whole world that is trying to attack them. It's absolutely fucking fantastic. You've got a hero character right here, flying through a sea of bullets from an evil ship. You cannot symbolize good versus evil in a better way than they did right here. And I think that the song captures this so beautifully that Brawl is actually one of the strongest songs Smash Bros has. On the left we have red representing evil, on the right we have blue representing heroism. However, today I'm rating the audio, and I think that if you only listen to the music and not seeing the video, there's a few things that they could have done better. What you'll notice with the Melee intro, as opposed to pretty much any other intro Smash Bros have, is that it starts off really strong and it doesn't let that energy go anymore. There's no long build up, but instead it goes from place to place. On the moments when you least expect it, there are beautiful intervals, and then on the other moments where you least expect it, there's suddenly suspense of build up. In my opinion, the best intro of all time when it comes to Smash games. There's no excuse in it, there's just all build up. Suspense and go. Let's get started. Right now we're building towards something. Right now we have a first interval that I would rate as calm, beautiful, and nice. But it keeps going places with different melodies. Now the melody and the sound is going a bit deeper. And then they just take this turn. I don't know why they did that, but it's absolutely beautiful. It just came out of nowhere, they added it, and it fits so well. More heroic feelings, more battle. More building up to the end. Now they actually really take their time to just hammer the final part home. You think that's it? Then we have another part. And then finally... Yes! Overall, I think Brawl is a better overarching structure when it comes to building up. It really takes its time and it has a very structured song. What I like so much about Melee, and I think this is my personal taste, is that Melee is all over the place. It doesn't give you any sense of direction, it just keeps going. Thank you so much for watching. This video was definitely 2 steps out of my comfort zone. First of all, because I'm talking about something that I'm really passionate about, and I'm not sure if you guys are as passionate about it as I am. So that was definitely a concern for me. I decided, fuck it, let's do it anyway. We'll just see how you guys react to it. If you like my videos and you want to see more, you can head over to my second channel where I upload more often with a bit less quality, because those are just the things I want to do instead of the beautiful things I want to make on my main channel. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Brawl and Melee, Brawl, Melee, Brawl, Melee is Brawl, Melee, Brawl, Brawl, Melee, Brawl and Melee, Brawl, Melee, Brawl, Melee, Brawl and Melee, Brawl.